Hello, everybody. So, basically, I hope all of you have had a nice week, and we had a good time yesterday with the game and with talking about the different stuff we were talking about and just hanging out. It was nice. And also, now what we will do is do the game in the beginning, and then we'll later look at some things and then end it. So I'm going to get the game out. Here we go. Yeah, so I've had a good day today. Very busy, very interesting. And the weather has been kind of sketchy, and it's been wet and foggy and stuff like that. But I do like the wet weather. Hello, Anthony. Thank you for coming. Shout out to you. Welcome to the chat. Always good to see you. Alright. So, here we go. Alright. Now I'm going to switch the window. Put this down here. Alright. See if I can fix this hat. Everybody can see it. The little thing on it. Alright. So that's the game as usual, and we'll do some more raiding in the Caribbean. So here we are at the island, as usual. And yeah, so and Anthony, I hope that you are doing well and that you had a good week and a good day. And if you did anything you like to talk about, we will be interested to hear about it, because yesterday the different people, like Miss Tanisha and the other groups of people, were wondering about you, and good emails as usual. The one that you sent recently. There's a lot of crisis going on, and the country in general, and I'm glad that you expose the different things that are happening. And there is a Vietnam cave we were going to talk about, and I don't really remember what the name of it's called, so hopefully Billy comes in and tells what the name is, because I didn't have it saved anywhere. I see. Like I thought I did. And also, I will say that basically, like today, I was looking at some of the trials and stuff, and I thought those are really interesting. I liked that because, like, you see, I was in a couple different chat rooms, and people were talking to various groups. It was really, really cool, and you had some lawyer that was acting she was acting very, very, like, mischievous, like mischief. And many people didn't like her. I got a royal chest. Facts. That's good. And also, Anthony says, I'm doing good. I hear people were asking about me. Thank you, and more emails to come. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. So we sunk this ship, and now we're going to go to some of the others. And I'm thankful for everybody that's watching, listening, sharing, whatever, and glad that you are participating in the channel and different things like that. All right. Now we're going to go over here and hit this one. I missed. That's annoying. We'll go this way. Alright, so basically, as I was saying, with the different, things that are going on, I liked how, as the Vietnam terrain is very similar to the terrain over here in Louisiana. And also, I missed again. Because a lot of people from the Vietnam War came here as refugees. It really certainly was some dark times in the country's history when that happened. All right. We're talking about the Beatles and different things, and the other stream was really fascinating. So, yeah, and also, Anthony, if you're interested in trains, I met a new person through a different stream. It's like 2 nights ago. His name is Gray's Essentials, and he's really cool. And it was his birthday yesterday. Chat gave him a warm welcome, and basically he was talking about we're talking about trains in the other chat, and because it was like a train station live stream, you're waiting for a train, and there's these sound effects that play in the background like you're in the 40s train station. So we were at that live stream, and we're talking about the different train information. I liked it, and I wonder if you're interested in trains too, Anthony. I'd like to know. So I always thought they were interesting from when I was little. Alright, so basically, rather in the country, I remember stories about people that would go and into the caves and stuff and the little areas because the Viet Cong were hiding in there, and they would have these the shorter people to go and do that because the bigger people couldn't fit. And I think that was interesting to know because there's a lot of booby traps over there. And people fell into, and there's also a lot of wild animals and stuff that people got caught under. So a lot of the terrain, there's these wild creatures and stuff, and that killed a lot of people there. From a perspective, somebody said, I don't know if that's a fact or not, don't quote me on that. Alright, now we're going to get this ship again. And Anthony says we have a rail cam in our town called Westfield Rail Cam. Thank you for telling us about that. And in a little bit, we'll go and look at that. We'll see how it works with the browser, if it causes the stream to lag or not. But, you know, in a little bit, we'll go look up some things about the Vietnam caves. Which, as I said, I don't know. I don't think I was able to like recover from my archives about what this specific cave was called. But if he's not here on another stream, we'll have him here and he'll explain it. Ooh, I sunk that instantly. We're going to easily get these ships that are just sitting here because they're carrying a lot of cargo and stuff. We'll get them. And I thought the cat was next to me, but he's not. He's all the way over there. Be very careful with this ship because it could try to strike me and sink me right away. Oh, hello, Sarah. Konnichiwa. Alright, so I see your comment. I'm about to get to it. Okay, headphones are on. The Sodong Cave. Alright, thanks for reminding me, Sarah, about the name. So that's what we'll look up, yeah. And I'll see, because I'm going to use... I don't think it was the web browser. I think it was just... Sometimes the... technology gets glitchy sometimes. And we're making good time here. Right. Then we're going to fire. Bam. Also glad for all of you that are participating in the stream, watching it, listening. I appreciate all the support. And so, describing right now, I am approaching the Death Omen ship. And I just strike them. Alright. And something to take care of really quick. I'm still here. Alright, so, and then we'll look up the Sodong Cave in a little bit. And also, you know, I love the train horn that we hear. You know, always have like the train sound. I really like that. We got the Death Omen. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, good. It missed. Hello, Mary. Good to see you, Jack. Now we're about to give this fire and fury to this ship that's in our way. I heard it for a moment. Alright, and then we're going to turn around a little bit this way, and we'll go and plunder this ship. And last time we did this, it was nighttime. And we got it good, alright. So, then we're going to go this way. And even if my ship got a little bit of damage, I was trying to just get close, and that way I was able to go and hit him correctly. So, yeah, that went well. You know, there's a Vietnamese restaurant in the east of me, and they have like Vietnamese, culture and stuff, and they have like their New Year's celebration. Oh my god. Alright. Gosh, rather. Alright, good. Now that is completely decimated. The ghosts, so right now, Death Omen, their ship is completely on fire. I'm about to finish it off. That's one thing right here. Sending it to the depths. I like the clouds and stuff, very cool. So now I just rammed into a ship and I sunk it. And now I am going over to a tinier ship and about to sink it. Okay. And with the Vietnamese bakery, it's like it has so much. Like I like the bread they have and the different food and things. I remember I like it's like some kind of squid soup. That's very good. And went there from when I was very young, and then like in the west part they have the Japanese restaurants, which are very cool. I got the plunder. Awesome. Yeah, thank you for sharing with us, Anthony. Very cool. Now I got this thing on my tail. Oh, I think it's like programmed to be night or day. That's how it works. my my opinion about it. And I got the advantage over this. Okay, I missed. So there's a bounty hunter following me, and now I'm by myself on this, and I miss again. And now I'm going to attack this one. Keep missing. Alright. And yeah, the Vietnamese food's really cool. We did very well, and I got that done. Now we're gonna dock. Yeah, I'm a fan. She says I'm a fan of the food as well, and yes, the Tet festival is coming for the Lunar New Year. Oh yeah, that's very good. All right, now it's gonna be repaired. Oh, another thing I'm interested in is like the when I was a kid, kind of weather like this. When I was a kid, I would have a the red wagon, and I used to like pretend it was a train. Sometimes it was like real cold around Christmas, and also I remember how I learned about I like the Polar Express, as you all know, and I like the train coal, and it was cool that they had like charcoal for like a grill, and like I like play pretend and like put the that in there, in the back part, and then I would go and take the well, what I meant to say, there was like a trunk, and I would put the charcoal in the trunk. And pretend it was like a like a train. It was pretty cool. One of my ancestors used to go by the train tracks with a goat, and he would collect the charcoal. And here we go. We have my friend on board, and we're gonna set sail. Let's see. Still some repairing. It needs to be done probably. I didn't realize that. Now we're patching. almost finished it. We covered some interesting news before about the Tesla thing. Their cars seem to not be working as well in these colder conditions. And before they had the robot that attacked a person. It's pretty crazy stuff. Yeah, it's the Polar Express, and so I like how the trains used to have those things back in those days. And I remember I made the short about the Polar Express and the instrument. That was really cool. Okay, so now we are here. We are going to attack the ships, and since we have a little bit of a crew now. Okay, so now we have to sink this thing it was trying to attack. Alright. Now we're attacking, that's good. And also the weather down here got more... It's still cool, but it got a little bit warmer. Then it's not freezing anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna drink some water. Here we go. So now what I'm doing for those that are listening and watching, I'm turning and I'm about to go and fire on this ship right here. Alright, fantastic. So now we got some more cargo. We sunk some more of the skeleton ships, the haunted ships. Nice skies. Now we're turning around and we're striking it. Okay, now we're moving through this way. And we're going to see if we could... All right, fantastic. Now we're gonna go turn around and go to some of these other islands to go and attack more enemies. And I like the train how it goes around and it does different it circles around and stuff. Really cool. And I think the old train stations were very nice and interesting. And regarding UFO or alien news, I've not kept up with that or seen what's going on with alien stuff. And but I will be interested to look at what else is going on because some of the alien stories and things a lot of it has not been like been brought out to the open about certain sightings. So I know we've talked about that sighting from before a long time ago. And like about the situation that happened in Miami, that's a mystery. And my friend said nice dodging. He said thanks. Yeah, so it reminds me of sports. I used to play like not on a team, but I like played sports at like the school, like on the like PE and stuff, and I did pretty good. All right, that was pretty good. That was smooth, smooth sailing. All right, so now we're gonna attack the vanguard. That one sunk immediately. And it's nice having this upgrade to the ship. And I like learning about eclectically. I like to think about different things, and there's these different things and stuff like from the medieval ages I like learning about and stuff like that. Okay, now we're going to go that way, and we're going to drift away from. All right, I guess we could hit it. It's nice. It's getting nice and strawberry skies. That's the moon. Beautiful. Yeah, I like this adventure. I'm glad they brought this game back because they didn't. Because Disney wanted to be goofy about it. And now we're about to go and hit this thing head on. Charge. So my favorite ones are open water. We got some stupid soy bounty hunter coming. And all my cannons missed, but my main cannon is doing great. Okay, now we got this. he's staying out of range, being in laser focus, and we got this done. And because like to explain the soy thing, so like there's like say like Japanese food has nice, has like soy in it and stuff, and they had like the samurai and different warriors, but like in the modern Western society, there seems to, it's a meme about like say people that are woke or not, like maybe not every single individual, but it's usually in that sphere of people, but basically like people that eat a lot of like stuff like that, and it caused them to be not as like to be like feminized, but that doesn't mean people that eat soy are feminized or anything. It's just like a meme that happened. You can like look it up. It's called a soy boy. That doesn't, as I said, it's just specific people that act like that, not all people that consume it. It tastes good with Japanese food and other stuff. Like if like very large concentrations, like ridiculous concentrations of it. And also we have that now we're hitting that ship. It's one of the bounty hunters we're attacking now, and we're firing at it, and we're hitting it good. Yes, doing very well with this. There's something called soy face. It's like an exaggerated, like people that look like say a guy that looks too happy and like kind of goofy look. Like it's on like Google. So I was like I jokingly call it a soy ship, a soy ship. All right. Usually it's like woke people or like the leftists. That's like what it's really referring to. People like that. Not saying all leftist people are like that, as I said, but to not generalize every single person. Like, like say like somebody they'll have like multiple people in a relationship or something, and it's kind of like goofy things like that. It's just there's all kinds of like memes about it. So it's not literal people that eat like something with soy in it. It's just it's a certain type of person. Like a meme, it's like a joke. Some people don't exactly know what memes are, but it's like a picture with some kind of caption. Okay, I got hit there because I wasn't paying attention to it. But okay, so now we'll have the ship repaired. I took a direct hit. I was being soy myself for a second, it seems. Okay, now we're gliding and drifting to restore the ship. But yeah, because Sarah, it's like say they like these people, like the meme was about like people that drink or consume like a lot of that stuff, and they got like they wanted to act like effeminized. Like people have a choice how they act, but it's like people that were acting, like effeminized and stuff like that, and that the soy had a lot of estrogen in it, and if it was eating in a large amount, it could destabilize a hormonal situation. But it's good to have balance, like estrogen and testosterone in men and women. Like to not have one more than the other. But that's like you could look it up on Google what I'm talking about with the The soy boy meme. But thanks for the convo about it. It's because it sounds it's quite complicated. For those that don't like know about the meme itself. But yeah, you're right about soy rhymes with boy. Thanks, Sarah, for the pronunciation. I didn't know that. Yeah, you understand what I mean. Like overeating the soybeans. Yeah, it's like if it's eaten in large amounts. It's like if it's overeaten. Like I ate some sushi the other day and I had some soy sauce with it. It was good, and I'm not like that, of course. Yeah. So, uh, that's what I mean. Thank you. We both hit that thing at the same time. It was funny. Okay, Sarah, thank you. Like it goes both ways. Like if there is too much, like if there's the testosterone or the estrogen or both, if they're both out of balance, it would be bad. Like balance is the best because I learned things about this stuff from YouTube, and that's how I got the information. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, facts to the train cams. Because I remember I did a Polar Express short about the hurdy gurdy instrument that was used by the hobo in the movie, like explaining the history about it. They are still trying to chase, but they're not going to win. Yeah, these the two ships are following, but we're outrunning them. Nice skies, nice skies, and that's the Dipper. This angle's interesting to look at. Sarah says I usually just take off fish and dip, then part back on bad the whole flip out. Upside down, upside and dip. LOL. Reminds you of a rhyme, like a rap lyric. Me too, Mary. In chat now and then. Yeah, facts. Yeah, I like the. I'm learning a lot from y'all about this stuff. Okay, now we're gonna speed. Good question. So the ships that are in red are very high level ships that are trying to. So like I got, and I didn't put this thing here so y'all could see my level. So basically in the game I achieved a high level, and I was able to, like, what I mean by that, when you go and attack different ships, you go and all right, there we go. You, if you attack enough ships, you have a pirate flag, then you have a with a skull, and with the skull, and then with a bone, we get a little bit higher. Then as you go up higher and higher, it's going to give you a higher, like an eye patch and the hat or the skull and crossbones, which is right before that. And as you level up and kill more and more ships, they're going to send bounty hunters. So those red ones are bounty hunters, and there's a warship from the Navy, the British Navy, and Grande. That's one of them. That's a warship. And I have a crewmate that's helping me out here because teamwork is essential for the success. It's not just like one person. So that's what the red would mean. All right. Take cover. Warning for everybody on board. Open fire. And we're ending the ship's whole career out in the middle of the ocean. Okay, very cool. Try to ram me, but it doesn't work. It kind of got a little bit ahead of me. Didn't intend that to happen. But now we're going to go speed up a little bit. Alright. Now we're going to go this way and finish this thing off. We're twisting around, and then we're going to have this. Alright, good. I see your comments, Sarah. I'll have to get to you in a moment. Yes, Captain Jack Sparrow style. Yeah, thank you. Facts. Okay, good. Now I'm at a good distance where I'm going to go and strike this because there's two of them. And it didn't get it. Oh. Go a little bit this way. And I finished it off. Okay. And Sarah says, I see now, thanks. And Mary, culture. Example, don't stick, ooh, I'm fucking, oha, uhashi chopsticks into bowl of rice. I knew that from YouTube. And never lick food off of them. Yeah, I knew that from YouTube already. Okay, I will, Anthony. Good evening, Billy. Good to see you. We're going to Ravens Cove. It's probably on the other side. I didn't mean to drift inland like this, but alright. Let's see. It's like past Cuba. Cuba's that way. Okay, they're ready to fight now. And Billy, we're going to look in a little bit, in a very, very shortly. Probably after this battle, I'm going to go and we're going to look at that cave. And I unintentionally drifted inland when I didn't want to do that, but alright, so we're going to go like this. Sundong Cave, alright. We're going to stay away from that one. Okay, and we're going to go here. Get that. Whew, this is hectic. Alright, good. We got rid of them. We have some helpers here. Some other ships that are coming to help. Oh, we got 2 ships coming to help. That's really cool. Teamwork. I missed. Alright, we're going to take cover. And we're going to have the different... And they're kind of drifting apart. You kind of bring them back inland. Oh, we got this. Okay, and we have some, cool allies in the seas. And as I said, soon we're going to go and take it up. They're opening fire. So there's a whole war going on. They're sinking a whole bunch of them. Alright. So now we're going to go... And we're going to go dock. We won. And all I have to do now is go to shore. See, well, all we had some good allies that helped us out. I didn't have a lot of room to swerve around, and we're getting hit by a couple different people, by a queen and by some other groups. So I'm gonna make it. but this was kind of a tedious situation. Let's see. We're heading towards Cuba and the other groups. Okay. Making sure we're on the right track here. Alright, we're in the right track. Cuba, and then Ravenskill. Yeah, we're going to have some time. We'll make it. Alright, so we did very well with this. They can't touch this. Sundong. Alright, and then we're going to go straight. And we're about to go to the shore. And they're going to intercept that enemy for us back there. Alright. Thank all of you for coming here, participating, those that are watching, listening, seeing the reruns. For this late night special. We are arriving at Raven's Cove soon. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, I didn't know this, but actually this is closed, but Cuba's open. Okay, so Cuba's the one to go to, not this one. Alright, so it makes things tedious. So we're going to be arriving at Cuba shortly. Get ready for those cigars. Okay, now we're arriving at our real destination, which is Port. Not Port Royal, but Cuba. Okay, passengers, we're about to land. Alright. Let's see this bayonet. Yeah, this stupid thing could go. Then we can put that there. Want to put a new hat on. Take it all. Alright. For some reason we land it in the water. Alright, I'll tell him thanks. Alright. So... Alright. We got a good plunder. Alright, alright. So thank you all for participating. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to do something. We are going to look up this cave, and although, yesterday worked pretty much alright, and we are going to look at the cave, the Vietnam cave, and we'll see if our connection drops or buffers or whatever, and look at this cave and other things, and then it'll be it for the show. And just in case something does, the connection does glitch or something, glad all of you were here and we had some nice conversations. But so I'm going to tell them that I'm going to go out. All right, shout out to Sam. He subscribed to the channel. He's on the spaceship and that ship. All right, Tony, good night. And here we go. We're gonna try this out. All right. Let's see. Other window. All right. Now it's time to look this up. So this cave is called Sundong. Let's see. Here we are. We're at Sundong Cave. All right, let's read about it. Well, let's look at some pictures first. Okay. So this is Sundong Cave. Looks very interesting. Very interesting. We go here. Okay. So everybody in chat, everybody observing, we have this beautiful cave that looks like it could be in the movie. And he was right. Billy was right. It has a lot of it's like its own ecosystem. Yeah, very cool. It has very clean crystal water and has the light shining in. God made a beautiful cave there. They're very interesting. They're good. Ah, there we go. I think I clicked on that already. Then we're here. Good evening, Amanda. I hope that all of you had. Hope you and Ava and Apple have had a good day, and that you have a good week. You've had a good week and have a good weekend. Thank you for coming and telling us hello. So, also we have. He said this cave ability looks really cool. I like, they have it lit up obviously, but I said the clean crystal water, the blue. And shout out to Billy for bringing this up, and we're about to read the article about it. And so those say people that are like obviously like maybe people that are listening right now and not like seeing what I'm seeing. So basically, there's a darker cave with some lights in it, with some brown and different kind of brownish, whitish, lime color, and just crystal blue water inside a cave, which is very fascinating. And we got this right here, which is the inside the cave. It has it appears to be a whole forest inside the cave, like it's some kind of video game or something. And we got that. And that's very captivating, very captivating. And also, so you could see that there's like a cave. It appears with vegetation, palm trees, like a whole forest in there, which is very cool. And then you have this other thing. It's a lot like. And then you have this. It looks just like Ottoman Zoo, like where the parrots are and where the different critters are. That is certainly like what we see something like that here. And Billy says the ceiling has collapsed in spots and letting the light in. So the reasoning behind some of these openings is because of the light that was let in from the collapsed ceilings of the cave. So you had this whole cave, and it's like a whole ecosystem. It's a whole of planet pretty much in its own self. Wow. So that is very captivating. You have a person that's walking on top of a big like boulder, and some of the lights coming in with some of the palm trees, and it's misty, very misty. Because in Ottoman Zoo, they have a lot of stuff like this, and they have like the parrots that talk to you. I've talked to the parrots before many years ago. So you have that situation going on, and you have mist, not midst. That's kind of goofy, but it's funny in a way. But what I said, so you have mist, and you have another person, it's like an explorer, that's just like looking up at the gargantuan Titanic-sized mountain and the different palms, and look to me it looks like a banana tree, but like the different tropical plants there. So we got another picture here, which is this cave, like a regular looking cave setting. You're gonna have like some sort of like the pirate game I play. You have just stone and a small opening, like a crawl space that you could stack maybe 10 people on top of. Then it would just fill the whole thing up lengthwise and width. Probably fit like a few people, but it's extremely small. and it goes through. It's very fascinating. We have another view of the opening of the cave, and you have this beautiful halo effect with the blue and the green mixed together. Then this like crystal glass reflection. Like Fiji's a joke right now. A practical joke for you guys, just off topic, is Fiji. As they talk about Fiji water, well, we got this water. Is he look? In my humble opinion, could compare to it or even be better. And Billy says some places are 40 stories in height. That is incredible. I am not surprised. So you have this it looks like a video game or a movie or something or a fantasy world, and you just still water, and it's a perfect reflection. I'd say better than a mirror. A mirror would be jealous of it. So fascinating. And going we when you thought you saw it all, think again because there's a beach. A beach. There's white, there's baby blue, white blue type water. It's got to be the cleanest water on earth with yellow tan sand. And you could see this here, how this is like a beach from a movie, from like a cartoon or something from the 40s, depictions of a beach. Like a clean, beautiful beach. Nothing like the disgraced New Orleans water where it's all muddy and murky. Not that it's bad because there's like tropical things to eat in there and fish. Very good fish in there. But that's kind of like a different situation. But still, this is this beautiful beach. It just, if like Mr. Clean would have a run for his money compared to this place. Like, basically, like it's Mr. Clean Cave. And yes, suntan oil. There you go. And yeah, we have a case of Fiji water. A shout out to Fiji water. And I want to say that Billy says a city block with its buildings can fit in one spot in the cave. And so you could have a city block with its buildings can fit one spot in that cave. So wow, imagine a city block. Imagine that, and like this is that cave, but this is even better because you don't have all the people, all the dirt and germs and stuff, and you just have a bunch of probably have some sharks, but I don't know. It seems like there's no fish, there's no nothing. But yeah, I do agree, Amanda. Certainly, it looks like a lot of sharks would be in that water. They need to film a Pirates of the Caribbean movie if Johnny Depp comes back to it, of course. That's the only one I would see. Is that they need to do one filming at that place. That would be perfect. And we got another view of the wow. This looks like a galaxy I'm looking at right now. So, if you don't need drugs, you got this cave to explore. So we got looks like a corner inside the cave with one of the collapsed ceilings just gazing in with the sunlight illuminating blissfully across and cascading it. And you have like like the cleanest water that looks like a chemical. You have this aquamarine blue, and with the contrasting with the red desert sand and the rocks, it looks like a galaxy. So, absolutely, we got this going on here, aliens. That this cave is the greatest cave on Earth, in my opinion, and in our opinion, I'd say. So you have that, and then you have an entrance. And you have an entrance, and just a dark abyss, like you're gazing into, with a friendly opening. And then you have crystal blue still water reflecting and with the lights dashing around in this other view of the cave with some rocks or something there. It's really captivating and interdimensional. And it's like this was like not touched by humans. This really is a captivating sight to see. And then you have this other view right here of the caves of forest and ambient light just reflecting off of everything. And you have just this aura of white and yellow just dancing around. And one area is just completely clean. I'm not even completely sure exactly what this is up or down or what I'm looking at. I can tell there's some people there, so it's down, but it's like some kind of interstellar movie, like some kind of another dimension looking thing right here. This is really interesting to comprehend what's going on here. And Amanda says that her sister's favorite water is Fiji. It's not bad, just way too expensive. Understood. And you can see there's all these different places to go into and stuff. So you have a whole ecosystem. You have all kinds of things going on. Exactly, crazy beautiful. You know, this prodigious cave is just marveling. And you have so much of the flowing caves. And you have a lake inside of this cave. Yeah, and Billy says you can trip there all inclusive for $3,000. Chef, and people to cook your stuff. Wow, thank you. And it's just basically how and it's like you have these beckoning auras. How basically you have all this lake inside this cave, and then you have the sun, just this ambient lucidness is going on here. Yeah, that's a good question. We'll have to see, yeah, what the wildlife is there exactly. Okay. So we have some doodle bugs, but I'll explain something to y'all that I learned with my old pal that I talk about aliens with. We'll call him Douglas. So we were in this thing. We're like talking about the different types of insects and stuff, similar to what Amanda and I were doing last time before we had an interruption of the stream. And you have these creatures that, so you have these kind of creatures on land, like you have the doodle bugs and you have the centipedes, but these you could see are something's different about this one than the ones you would see in Louisiana, New Orleans, or anywhere else you would have them. Is that they're white, not the white man, but the white bugs. So like like say like you have certain places where like you've lived under a rock and some of the bugs are a bit lighter than the ones on top of it because of being in the cave and the environment. It could have caused, not caused, they were probably already created like that, but like it could have effects on how the type of variation of that insect would be more suited for that environment, sort of like humans. And then you have this. You have this, the world's largest cave. You have a fossil. Billy forgot to mention the fossils. In this cave, there's fossils that are so captivating and interesting. Yeah. So you have all kinds of bugs, it seems. You have a butterfly creature. See, you got this little critter right here. Whatever that is, that's there too. I don't know what that's called, but you have that in the cave. You have this butterfly looking thing. And we have a good idea about the cave itself. Now we're going to go and read the article about it. What new species was found in the cave? It says biologists 7 new specimens: fish, woodlice, millipedes, spiders, and scorpions. New species of them. They have birds, monkeys, and even snakes. But they have found no evidence of people entering the cave before its discovery in 2009. All right. Now we're going to read the article about it. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's like a rainforest. Yeah, it's like a rainforest. But this is in Vietnam. All right. We're about to read the article, and here we go. And I may not be pronouncing it right. Song Dong. Song Dong. Vietnamese. Hang Song Dong. Vietnam is one of the world's largest natural caves, located near the Lao-Vietnam border. Hang Song Dong has an internal fast-flowing subterranean river and the largest cross section of any cave in the world as of 2009. Believed to be twice that of the next largest passage, it is the largest known cave passage in the world by volume. Its name, Hang Song Dong, is variously translated from Vietnamese as Cave of the Mountain River, a cave of mountains behind the village, Dong village. As solutional cave, it was formed as a get to a minute moment. Scroll down a little bit too much. Okay, so as a solutional cave, it was formed in soluble limestone and is believed to be between 2 to 5 million years old. Yes, I do agree, Amanda. It would be an interesting trip. Discovery. The entrance of the Hong Song Dong Dung, I could say Dung, but I think the other one was fine, was found in 1991 by a local man named Hu Kana. Khan, rather. While searching for Agawood, I don't even know what that is. Arwood, wood of gods, most commonly referred to as Ode or Oda, is fragrant, dark, resinous wood used in incense, perfume, and small hand carving. It was formed in the heartwood of Aquaria trees after it became infected with a type of probably fungus or something. I'd never heard of that. A valuable timber. A valuable timber, although he initially went to investigate further, he was discouraged upon approach by the sound of rushing water and the strong wind issuing from the entrance. Not thinking it to be any great importance, By the time he returned to his home, he had forgotten the exact location of the entrance. Later, he mentioned his discovery and passing to two members of the British Cave Research Association (BCRA), who were exploring the local area. They asked him to attempt to rediscover the entrance, which he eventually managed to do in 2008. And in 2009, he led an expedition from the BCRA to the entrance. What a discovery! What a discovery! You can see in the map. So right here is that in the north, although Vietnam is one country because the Vietnam War was lost from the south and the American side, and the Reds from the north, North Vietnam. It's located in the northern part of Vietnam, like where the original communists were. So just an interesting fact. Although it's one country now, it's a socialist country now. And a lot of the people from that part of the world came to America and like New Orleans especially. So that's just a little side note. And they seem like it's a very interesting, prosperous country, and we have good relations with them now. So that's good that they have they're still going. And this expedition conducted between 10 and 14 in April 2009 performed a survey of the cave and gave its volume as 38,500,000. Wow. Their progress is exploring the cave's full length was stopped by a large 60-meter high flowstone coated wall. And Amanda, I have not seen him here. I've not seen him here either. I think he may have commented on a short that I put up a little while back, more recently, but I haven't seen him in here in the chat. So, a flowstone coated wall, which the expedition named the Great Wall of Vietnam. The expedition returned in March 2010 and successfully traversed the wall, which allowed the explorers to reach the end of the cave passage. They estimated that the overall length of the cave system exceeds 9 kilometers or 5.6 miles. And also, Turning Guns Billy says square meters. Cubic meters. Okay, thanks. Okay. Formed in the carbon, I don't know what this word is, but I'm going to make an attempt. Carbon Furious Permian limestone. I know what limestone is. The main Songdong Cave Passage is the largest known cave passage in the world by the volume of 3.84 times 10 to the 7th power meters to the 3rd power. I'm reading a whole equation. Wow. 1.36 times 10 to the 9th power cu in feet, according to the BRCA expedition leader Howard Limbert. It is more than 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles along, 200 meters, 660 feet high, and 150 meters, 490 feet wide. Its cross-section is believed to be twice that of the next largest passage in Deer Cave, Malaysia. The cave runs for about 9 cubic meters. Okay, thanks, Billy. The cave runs and is punctuated by 2 large dolines. I don't even know what that is. Come on. Yeah, what's a doline? A sinkhole is a depression or hole in the ground that caused by some form of collapse in the surface layer. The term is sometimes used to refer to dolline enclosed depressions that are located, also known as shake holes, and openings where surface water enters the ground. Alright, and getting rid of all this. Okay. And by mid 2019, I hear Kangs in the distance. Kangs. But by mid 2019, the cave was found to be connected by its underground river with a nearby cave called Hang Thong. This increases the potential volume of cave by more than 1,600,000 cubic meter kilometers. No, this is cubic meters. The other one was kilometers. I thought the other one was kilometers. I was getting mixed up for a second between, because I thought that was kilometers, but I realized now you're talking about something else. All right, I got a little bit mixed up there. Yeah, I remember that from like math in science class. The cave contains some of the tallest stalagmites in the world, which are up to 80 meters, 260 feet tall. Beyond the Great Wall of Vietnam were found cave pearls the size of baseballs. Wow. An abnormally large size. The cave's interior is so large that it could fit an entire New York block inside, like what Turning Gun said, including skyscrapers, or could have been a Boeing 747 fly through it without its wings touching either side. Cave pearls. What's that? Huh. Sometimes this thing is goofy. Okay. Okay, cave pearls. A small, usually spherical speleothem found in limestone caves. Cave pearls are formed by concertation of calcium salts that form concentric layers around the nucleus. Exposure to moving water polishes the surface of cave pearls, making them glossy. If exposed to the air, cave pearls. I didn't know about cave pearls. And those are the images that I looked at before. Alright. Tourist activities. In early August 2013, the first tourist group explored the cave on a guided tour at a cost of 3,000, right? Yeah, 3,000, 3 grand, whatever you want to call it, each. Like what Billy said, permits are required to access the cave and are made available on a limited basis. From January to August. After August, heavy rains caused the river levels to rise, making the cave largely inaccessible. As of 2017, only Oxalis Adventure Tours have permission to enter the cave for tourism purposes. Yeah, I'm glad that everybody is getting along. Everybody's doing good, as always. And thank you all for participating and engaging with the stream. Those that are watching, listening, or in the chat, everybody appreciate it. And developed plans. Plans were considered to build a cable car through the cave. The proposed system would be a 10.5 kilometer, 6.5 miles long coast between the U.S. 112 to 211 million. However, the plans were opposed by environmentalists and locals because of the damage of mass tourism could cause the cave and local environment. The plan was ultimately canceled by local government. Yeah, I wouldn't want that cave to be a tourist attraction. It's like the only place where humans aren't at. It's like, it's so nice. It's such a nice place. Okay. That's the article about it. Well, the Wikipedia article about it. Let's see. All right. That's good. Okay. Do animals live in the cave? Exploring the Sondong Cave wildlife unveils a captivating realm of discovery. Biologists have unveiled over 7 Sondong Cave new species of animals that have adapted to caves' unyielding darkness, including fish, millipedes, woodlice, spiders, and scorpions. This tour doesn't require customers to be able to swim because the water in the cave is only as high as your knees. You won't have to swim in the cave. However, if anyone wants to swim in the camping spot in the cave, there are life jackets and guide to make sure you make it back safe. Well, facts. Yeah, thank you, Billy, for sharing that with us. It's really, really marvelous, really nice, and you have. This looks really cool. They have some lights in there. That's really cool. That's really nice. It's a little dark and spooky. It's like some kind of siren or something's gonna come out of it. Yeah. And also, that's the cave, and we explored that. That's it at night. Okay. And here's a dark looking at the entrance. And that's not what I meant to do. I want to close that window out. It kind of tripped on me for a second. So, this. Alright, so that's the entrance, very dark entrance of the cave. Didn't have enough coffee. Yeah. And also, so that's the cave, that's the abyss, just like an abyss, a void. And you have this beautiful nature and stuff, really going into it, very fascinating, very, very cool. Here's another picture of it. The largest cave system in the world. Okay. We got some of that. And then we have this. It's beautiful. The Bat Cave, yeah. Yeah, probably many thousands of millions of bats in there. Maybe even billions. And also, this is just some wildlife in there. And also, well, not wildlife, it's just like some more pictures of the jungle. Yeah, some more of the jungle. Really nice. It's so, diverse. All right. Now we're going to take care of some unfinished business. Cringe warning for some people. All right, so here we have what we're going to finish that conversation, Amanda. So this is the Titan beetle we were talking about before. And I've seen this beetle before down here when I was one summer in like 2020 or 2019. Probably 2020. And then you have and he says about the cave, the soil on the floor is completely pressed of bat droppings. Yeah, I would love to go in there. Bats are so cool. So yeah, I've seen it before, but did not see it grow to its full size because something probably ate it or something. And I saw it get close to its largest size. But yeah, so that is the Titan beetle right there. It's kind of large. It's kind of scary looking. I wouldn't want that crawling on me. And basically, you have that, and that's like it in someone's hand. So a story about this thing. One time, like I was just like chilling by the gate, which is this little small little gate over here that leads to another area. And I was like looking, like I just kind of glanced. I was like have drinking water or something. It was night, and I was just kind of like looking over. I turned my head to the gate, like I was like on the door of the gate, and it's not called a door. It's called like a gate entrance or something. But I was like chilling on the gate, and I saw the entrance. This thing on top of this little house, this little kitchen I used to have as a kid. I still have it out there, and it's like a decoration now. And I saw it. It's like its wings slowly lifted up, and it was right directly in front of me, and its head was turning like this slowly, right, and its wings are slowly lifting up, like it was like about to launch into space or something. I'm right in its path, so I make sure I get out the way, and then it goes boom, it flies off. I'm like, if I didn't turn around, I would have been, I would have collapsed or something, and I would have been hit. And also, yeah, it was a Nola, Sarah. It must have gotten here through an import or something, but I saw it. I still have a picture of it on the iPod, and I could make a video about it or something at some point. I also saw the Madagascar worm, which is very creepy and dangerous, and it has to be killed when it's seen. And it has like a toxic neurotoxin in it that's incurable. But it crawled on me. It was like on my leg, and nothing happened, thank God. And it probably gets, if you eat it, it would be poisonous, obviously. But it is a long brown worm with a black stripe on it, and it has like a hammerhead, and it like eats the other worms. So then that came here from Madagascar because somebody must have ordered a plant. In New Orleans is very tropical, like Vietnam or Africa or the Amazon. So some of those bugs came here by mistake or something. Maybe they could even migrated here. Some of them. It's because of the climate here. They're able to thrive. For instance, basically, it's like with the lost track for a second, but I'm right back now. So basically, with these bugs, they'll multiply and stuff. Like what I was gonna say, I remember now, is the Japanese wasp a couple years ago was in the northwest part of the United States, I believe, and it was got here somehow. Someone brought it here, but they thankfully got rid of them, so they didn't come down here. That would have been really bad if they got here. Those things are like the size of a hand or something crazy. And Sarah says, hit and bite. These bite, yeah. Oh yes, these toxic worms. Funny. After you said that of it, a video popped up later about those. Well, there you go. Synchronicity and algorithm. Like someone could have ordered it and brought it here and been like being a Dumbo or being like a weirdo or something. Yeah, and then you have that's incredible. Yeah, so this is the wings, and it's like because that thing, it's like it has two wings. It like that brown part, that hard part, lifts up slowly. In the back part of the wings, that's the part. Those are the wings that fly. So the hard covering on the beetle, it protects the beetle obviously from prey or getting hit by a big boulder if it's in a cave in Vietnam somewhere. If a rock fell on it, it would be okay. God made it so it would survive different terrains and stuff, and it would be hard for things to get onto it. So yeah, that's that bug. Now the thing about the this other creature, the cockroach, that came here to the Americas and the world because of the slave trade. It came from Africa, and it basically it came on the ships that were being imported here. And as I said, it's a tropical, nice environment here, so they thrive down here and all over the place. So that's how they came here. Because I just looking at that bug, like I knew it was not native to the Americas. It's so strange looking. Hola Latina, glad to have you here with us. And also, Amanda says, my friend that lives in Kentucky creates artwork out of insects. She pins them and does painting on them or around them. If I weren't terrified of those things, I'd get some of her art. Oh, awesome. And also, so basically, we had. See, that's the Amazon. So it's in like the Amazon rainforest. Let's see. Shout out to Latina. Cool people. Let's see. Alright, now we're going to have a cringe warning. Because I'm going to show you all the different types of... Okay, Anthony, I didn't know you're still here. Yeah, go to bed. Good night. Thank you so much for coming to the late night special. I know it's quite late. And also, now we're going to look up the blue. Yeah. Alright, so this, what you're looking at, and I will want to say cringe warning because these bugs are kind of cringe. So we know about the roaches that we have in America, the brown ones that crawl everywhere. There have different variations of the roach. So basically, this one is a variation that is in Africa that you see. It's blue and it has different colors and designs on it, and it's still a roach, but it's not like freaky looking like the other ones we have here. And they have different colors and shades. And because in Africa they have plenty of those, of different types of them. But during the slave trade, there's 1% of the roaches that are pests. And that's the one that came here during the slave trade, the brown ones, the weird looking ones. So, which they're all weird looking, of course. And so, because I knew it just was not from America. So I looked it up, and they are from Africa. And then you have these. This is a yellow one on a leaf. And yeah, so you see how it has like different. Now you see like that one has a different type of design. And cringe warning right now. So that comparison, that's like the creepy evil one we have here. Trigger warning. And then we have that one that doesn't look weird. It doesn't look too weird. And I don't know if they glow in the dark. That's an interesting question. So you see, this one, see, it's nice, it's blue, and it's like cool, it's like relaxed. It's like chilling. And then you have... See, this is a clear one of it. So that's like in Africa, somewhere in a jungle. You have that thing just chilling, enjoying itself, and it has yellow on it too. and they have it multicolors. They're different colors, but they could be red, they could be blue, they could be orange or yellow. They have a variety of different ones. But we got the 1% of them. The 1% that came to America were the horrible, the bad kind that those roaches don't even like. They don't like the ones that we have either. It kind of mirrors something else. Like, say, like if you want to bring the roaches back home, the other roaches will be like, we don't want those things here. So it kind of mirrors the other situation politically. But anyway, so yeah, I, thundering. Well, and we can look that up in a moment at Turning Guns. So this is another one. And then you have this one, and it's a shining one. So basically, what it does is that you have that one also has some different colors on it. And let's see. You have this one. This is a sapphire one. So this is one that I was not aware of. So this roach is a sapphire one, a sapphire roach. And you see how it has the different colors on it, and it's like interesting looking. And oh, I remember this one. All right, so this is another one, and it has the same. It has blue. It has yellow, and it has these different designs on it. So yeah, and then let's see this one. This one is kind of green, kind of like a turquoise, like a blue and green color. Oh yeah, Sarah, I don't think those do. Scorpions glow when you put a black light through it. And Turning Guns, I'll look up the bird moth next. All right. So yeah, you have that one, and oh, guess what? We got a green one. Oh, I don't like any of the roaches. Roaches, I will fight one and get rid of it and all, but yeah, they freak me out too. But as I got older, I got more like less freaked out by them, but they're still weird. So this one's green. You got a green one. And so all these are in like Africa and different places, but as I said, they didn't come here. As I said, they came during the slave trade, and we have, of course, a strange, like, imagine that like a palm tree. It would just fit right in. All right. There you got another one. Kind of like a dark orange right there. Just chilling in the jungle. And Amanda has some facts. And we'll look up scorpions after we look up the one from, what's it? Hummingbird moth. I like that one. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna look up the hummingbird moth, like I said I would. I kind of went like a slight little like deviation of what I said, but yeah. So you see like this one, that see how it's like it has like an iron back, very interesting. All right. So then you have, all right. It's very very cool. All right. So now we're gonna go back up here. Go to the other thing. He said it's called the hummingbird moth. Oh, that's pleasant. Yes, yes, indeed. And Amanda says, Sarah, just to let you know, when you smash them, it attracts more from the smell. Oh, she's referring to the scorpions. When I was researching them, I read that and was like, she was like, bleep, they can hold their breath for 30 minutes underwater too. Yeah, they're like a superhero as well. That's crazy. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing that crucial information. So they come out for revenge. But yeah, Amanda, I don't blame you about bugs. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention: there's a cockroach that looks like a ladybug. It's red and it has like dots on it. Oh yeah, those are pretty cool. Yeah, they are pretty. Thanks, Attorney Guns, for the suggestion. Remember, since it's thundering and lightning, I wonder if something could go out, possibly, but hopefully it doesn't. Like the electricity. All right, so Bubbles is going in his room. He's scared, and we have it's very beautiful, very beautiful. I like to see those in my garden. All right, so we have yeah, very nice, very enchanting. You can see this. Yeah, very fascinating. Oh yeah, because I remember I did the video of the hummingbirds in my sunflower field, and maybe some of those came to my sunflower field. It was very interesting. Yeah, Bose is gonna grab a late night snack. Yeah, Billy, thank you. This is such a cool creation. It looks like a hybrid between like a bee, like a bumblebee and a bee, and like a some kind of a butterfly thing. Wow, beautiful. Look at this face. Cute. Has like that long little nostril. This man said, cheese. Ah, ha, ha. I get it, Billy. All right, Amanda says in Chicago, the house kitty corner to her apartment had sunflowers that were as tall as their house. It was awesome. Oh yeah, because the sunflowers I grew were were taller than the house. Yeah, I grew those sunflowers before. I'm going to grow them again this year. And also, I had elephant ear plants, Amanda, that went all the way up to the house. But when Hurricane Ida came, they got worn out and they died out. But the elephant ears are still there, but they haven't completely recovered because of the droughts and the freezes. But they're still there, and when the conditions are right again, they'll get big again. Yeah, yeah, Billy, right? I would have the same reaction. Yeah, so it's like a hybrid. It like must be so it's like a moth and a hummingbird mixed together. Yeah, that's very cool. Like perhaps they, got together and made some offspring. Okay, I'll look up elephant ear, but as I said, shout out to Billy. Thank you so much for this beautiful creature you showed us tonight. I appreciate you. Okay, so what's it called? Ah, I got you. Here we go. This is the elephant ear plant. And I had my yard. I'll make a video short about it. And basically, these are the plants, and they were all up to the house. They had this big area. I had tons of them, and they're still there. They're still around. They still reproduce, and they took over the whole area. Because what I did was, so one of the stories, it's like a pirate ship weather, and one of the stories, what happened was, I I had one of the elephant ear plants. Like my grandma was taking out, so it was my graduation. Like the day before, we're at the school. I was rehearsing. It was probably the same day I graduated, I guess, or like the day before, and we were rehearsing how we would walk on and off the stage. And basically, they were. And then I saw my grandma ripped out the two plants because sometimes over there, they would have the plants over there, and sometimes they would take them out because they were getting too invasive. And there was two of them, and I took them, put them in water, and I put them in the pot, and then I put them in the ground, and they spread all over the yard, and it had like kids, and it migrated all over the yard. Then I brought another one over here, and that one migrated and produced. Eventually, the plant died of old age, but the roots are humongous. And then its descendants, although like during the freezes, they come back after the freezes. Like the root survives, and like it comes back up, and it creates new plants out of it. So like they reproduce every year, even if that happens. So like because when the area is so gargantuan and large, it's to cover everything would be very very like tedious. So but they regrow every year. But so basically, these plants they produce all over the yard, and I had them. They'll grow all the way up to the ceiling. And before Hurricane Ida happened, so Hurricane Ida knocked down the tree and it's like on its side. Like the yard looks so different from when you all saw it and when I was doing the videos. Like the first garden video, I think was probably after that happened. I think, and but basically, like there's this big tree that used to be there and used to kind of cover certain areas, and now it's like on its side, but it's still there. We still have it, and then like the elephant ear plants got really like worn out from the hurricane that occurred. So basically, and I have a video about it on YouTube about the experience of Hurricane Ida. And there's the elephant ear plants there. So in some cultures, especially in South Asia, they in like Hawaii and stuff, they'll use the roots as like a potato. They'll eat the roots as a potato. And I remember the cats used to sit under it. And I'll see if I can put some pictures on the screen of my garden, of this part of the garden, in a moment. Yeah, Mary remembers it. Amanda, by the grace of God, we did not have hurricanes recently, but they could come like during hurricane season, and they come here and there, like it's kind of random. But by the grace of God, they have not come here to the shore and knock out the power for a long time. Now, this was sooner in the timeline. I'm going to show you all this plant right here. All right, so this is one of my sunflowers that grew over the house. That was really cool. Feeding them peanuts. Funny. I'll put this one more picture up of... Yeah, so this is like when the tree was up. This is a picture... This is a picture... that's not what I want to do. I want to get the other thing. Okay, here we go. That was... If I had two screens, that would be nice. So chat, I'm going to be a little bit, for a second, not completely there. Okay. Here's like a part of the elephant ear plants. Alright, so that is some of the elephant ear plants. It's on the corner. And that's some of the sunflowers. This was 2020, the summer of 2020. Those beautiful big sunflowers hanging. And I was trying to keep it with a stake so it wouldn't like completely fall over. And there is some storms coming. It was really nice. And I will say my friend next door, so that brick house you see right there, the gray brick house, that's my friend that of that like the neighbor that was there, a friend of mine, and his grandson gave me the seeds to the sunflower plant. And his grandfather is the guy that lived in that house, was helped build Popeyes, and was a partner of Al Copeland. That's so that's the house, and then the White House right there, where the elephant ear plants are. That's where my room is, and we're like on the front side, like way in the front other part, but that's the back part of the house. I know there's some palm trees in the distance. And here we got something else here. We have... Gonna have some sunflowers. Right, so this is the moth. That's the moth drinking nectar from a sunflower. You see, you all understand it's a beautiful area. You see, I like living here. It's nice. And the good neighbors. You know, a lot of people moved away from here, but like also because of Katrina and old age. That's okay. But like, yeah, but otherwise it's a good area. Like we like living here. My grandpa's parents moved here in the 50s, and we stayed. And the house I live in was his friend that passed away of cancer in the 2000s, and they got the house. They bought it from one of the relatives. Yes, yes, Sarah, I can dry sunflower seeds, and I did it. But like I was going to use them for replanting, but they're in the freezer for a long time. They didn't reproduce, and they went through some hurricanes and stuff. So it's not like I eat them. So it could be like bird food. But yes, the next batch of sunflowers, I'll dry them out and eat them. And I have eaten the sunflowers before. Yeah, so that's it. Drinking nectar from a sunflower. And also, here is another one. So that is like me in my grandma's yard looking over into my yard. So that, you see that small little Spanish house right there, that's where we are right now. And that's the tree when it was up, and that's like the tropical clouds, and that was the summer 2020. And that, where those awnings are, that's my grandma's house right there. So, and that's like where they moved in the 50s. Yeah, very classic. And that's the American flag. Of course, I like that. And then I'm going to see the sunflower field if I can. Yeah, so that's a sunflower field right there. Yeah, so that's the sunflower field. Thanks, Billy. Yeah, that's the little sunflower field I had in 2020. And that, just for the record, that was when Trump was in office, the last time he was in office. And these are some peppers I grew from a pepper plant that died during a freeze. So it's not here anymore. Yeah, so I grew those. And see, those are bigger than the other ones. And also we have some, this is something I drew. I drew this picture, and it's a British Union Jack, because I like the, British things. I'm not against America, but I also, so this was something that I did where that it's a Union Jack, and I drew that myself in 2016. That's a crescent moon and the Union Jack right there, and that's the clock right above it. I drew that without anything. Yeah, so that is something cool right there. And now I'm going to go look for the. This is the pepper plant. Look at this while I get those sunflowers. Okay, that was the pepper plant. It's a Thailand dragon pepper like the ones I have, but I got the one I have a very small variation of it. Okay, and we have. I'm going to get to the sunflower. I mean, to the elephant ear plant that I talked about, but we just kind of taking a little side thing here. Okay, so this is the moon. That's the moon during an outage. This was during a hurricane power outage, and that was the moon on Halloween. And right here, this is a palm tree in my backyard. It just grows wild. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks. Okay, and just gonna go up some more, see if it's. I have it on my phone. Okay. All right, we have some. Not the big. I'll have to put that one on like through my computer. I mean through my screen. Okay, so here is one of. All right, those. There you go. This is the elephant ear plant that I was talking about. This is one of them. This was from 2020. This was not the one from 2017. Thank you, Amanda, for the compliment about me, a good photographer. Thank you. So, this is one of the palms I put there, and it produced more and more elephant ear plants. Now that one doesn't exist anymore, but its offspring do. Thank you, chat. And also, basically, yeah, you have that one, and this could be triggering. So, this was a picture of a cat that's not around anymore, but like, so this was one of the cats. It's called Harlequin, and in the field of elephant ear plants. So you see on the right, you see that big one right there, or on my right or your right. So that there's a one on the side, but the one the cat's closest to, this one over here, that one is basically the one that was a descendant of the one from 2017 for my graduation. Right. So then that's the cat. Shout out to the cat. It wasn't really a big fan of Bubbles when it was a kitten. It kind of tried to chase him away. And I got some more pictures. All right, so this is a fun fact right here. All right, so this was me. This was me in Kentucky by a cannon during the Civil War cannon. That was in Kentucky when I was with my family there. All right, and yeah, well, there's more actually, like I thought. Okay, not too much more, but yeah. So I'm gonna have to go upload this to the. Oh, this was some corn I grew in 2017. In 2016. This is even farther back. All right, so it's gonna try this again. Oh, it was in Lexington, Amanda. All right, so we're gonna put this picture in here. Is that gonna work? All right, so this was my backyard in 2017. And this is 2016 rather. This was in 2016, and that is sweet. That is sweet corn, and the yard looks totally different. The pathway isn't there, all that stuff. This was just when it was like a meadow, before I did stuff to divide it up. When you Billy says when you think sriracha, think jalapeno. They are about the same pepper. Just sriracha is a hybrid and a little milder. Okay, thank you. Thanks for your info. Oh, that's great. That's great, Amanda. Oh, and while we're here, this wasn't done like 100% correctly, but like this was a model Titanic that I built. Yeah, so this is my room. This was in 2015. So this is even farther back. This is 2015. This was the model Titanic that I glued together. Now the front part of the ship was like supposed to go down a little bit lower. I didn't put it in the right position, but it's like pretty much the right spot. And that's the Titanic model I made. I glued it all together with the kit. All right. So I'm gonna look for the picture or something of the elephant ears to put on the screen. All right. I'll go to favorites. A lot of pictures in here. And it's up in here. It's probably way at the top part. Yeah. It's in here. Ah, okay. This is something. Okay, so I'm about to open this one. All right. Here we go. Well, I don't know if this is going to completely work because of the format, but yeah, it's just the file is an HIC. I have to darn it. So basically, has to be formatted. So we're going to just give me a moment here. We have to re-import this, and I'm going to make it into a different type of file, so we can have it because it's HIEC. It's a type of format that you can't show it really anywhere because of I have to format it into something else. Okay, so I have to open it. Or how about, I don't even have to do that. I could just export it. Export elephant. All right. So now we're going to have this thing working. Okay, we're here. We've arrived at the destination. Okay, so all right, so this is the when the elephant ear plant was over the house was like right as tall and getting over the house. Yes. So in this picture, this is right before the hurricane happened, and it went over the house, the elephant ear plant. And these were from the ones that I showed you and the ones that migrated around. Okay. I'm going to show you all the elf in your plant garden. Okay. Open this up. And we're going to put it... There's so many windows open. Oh my god. Okay, so... Okay, here we go. This was it. Alright, so this was the elephant in your plant garden. Like a part of it, there's a little bit on the side that you can't really completely see because it was just not big enough. So there you go. That's what it like the yard kind of looked like, and that flag you see is the flag of the French Empire, which is a flag of Quebec. Yeah, reminds you of the play story. Yeah, so let's see if I'm in the way of anything. No. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. That was very sweet. Very sweet. And yeah, so those by the window were from those two plants I put there, and they migrated everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna show you an insect. It's like a butterfly looking thing. Oh yeah, but as I said, after Hurricane Ida, they kind of dwindled down, but they're still around though. And the drought, they didn't get as big as they did before, but they're still there though. They're still there. Okay, going down, down, down. Okay. Yes, that's funny. Yes. This is some black and white of the tree. Yeah, that's the tree. Kind of has like a heart shape. The way the branches are, it reminds you of a heart. Yeah, I like the black and white pictures I took. And this is a pyramid. Thank you, thank you, Sarah. This is a pyramid. That's a pyramid, a crescent moon over a pyramid. Yeah, thank you. So this one right here, this one is a planet with the clouds. So that those are the clouds, and that's a plant that's like peering through. Very cool. Oh, this is a dish that I did. Let's see if it's gonna work. Yeah, this is a dish that I made out of the spinach and the radishes I grew with a bunch of different sauces. So I like, making my own food and stuff. Yeah, shout out to Billy. Glad you like food too. Thanks, Amanda. Glad you like it. I've been described like that too, Billy. All right, so we have down here this. Oh, well, let's go back up. I want to show you all the picture of the critter. Yeah. Okay, just beyond that. Should be right around here. It's somewhere near. Ah, at last. All right. This is not a butterfly, but it's a similar type of creature. And it was in my flower field, the other flowers I grow. You know, and I remember I took a video of it, and I'll make a short about it, and it was just like chilling there, and it was happy, because I love the flower fields I have, and all like the butterflies and stuff will go and drink the nectar. It's not a monarch. I looked it up, and it's another type of. It's another type. I could see what Google thinks what it is. I'll tell you all what it's called right now. Okay, we're gonna go to Google Images. Okay, this is how this works. We're gonna do an image search. You could put an image in Google, and it'll like register a thing. All right. All right. So this is what it is. So Google. This is a Gulf fertility. It's not a monarch. So that's cool. Google. You can put an image in Google, and it'll tell you what it is. Right. So Gulf fertility. And these other pictures of it. It's not A butterfly. All right. So there we go. That's it. A Gulf fertility with duck, egg, French bread, and blueberry redaction laying on top of some butter and honey. That sounds delicious. All right, so the Gulfrey is rare stray to Wisconsin, having been reported from 3 counties. The species is mainly a southern species in the United States and can be found throughout Mexico, Central America, and South America, down to Argentina. Yeah, it's like down from Mexico and it's throughout the southern United States and Mexico. But yeah, Google, like I know like technology is a lot of hate because like the agendas and stuff, but man, the technology can be used for so many great things, and Google and these different things be so many like how we're talking now. Like technology is amazing. I love this time period with the tech. It's like a double edged sword. It's like a powerful gun that could be used for good or evil. I put an image inside of Google and it searched what the thing was through AI. Yeah, Billy is the chef of chat. Yeah, so that's when it's a caterpillar thing. And that is another thing. All right, I'll demonstrate again. Yeah, yeah. All right, so Billy, look closely. I press this button right here. See. All right, and then I go and over here, and I drop the image, and then the image from the image I put in the computer, the AI detected it and told me what it's called. Like this thing right here is a meteorite from the desert somewhere, but I found it here somehow. When the sand and the meteorite fused together, it made that stone. So it's like Mexico and the southern United States. Yeah, Google Lenses. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Billy. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. This is a pineapple plant I grew. That's why I use it. Yeah, so that is a thing right here. Yeah, so basically what happens here is that this is a pineapple that I grew. Now, Sarah, it takes a couple of years. All right. All right, I'm back now. Okay. So, yeah, that's the plant and it takes a couple of years and I want to put them in pots and bring them in when it's cold. All right. Had a lot of stuff open. All right. I'm glad you all like those pictures, and I'll show more in future streams. Okay. Yeah, so I'll look up the plant. Okay, Sarah, I will. All right, so the leaves are edible, but they, parts of the plant contain needle-like crystals, calcium, which are skin irritants. So, like when I've been around the plants, they can scratch. They when you get in your skin, they kind of itch because of the needle-like crystals in them. But they are edible with certain countries and certain like islands and stuff. All right, interesting conversation, chat. All right, elephant ear plants are indoor, outdoor plants with very large arrow-shaped leaves. Right. All right, so let's see. Taro, come on. Oof. Okay. All right, so this is taro. It's like it's related to the elephant ear plant. And it's edible. Let's see. Its high levels of vitamins can promote healthy vision, skin, and circulation immunity. You would have to tell the difference between the different variations of the elephant ear plant because the taro is edible. The other one is like kind of edible, but it has issue. It has to be like treated correctly, or not edible at all. Do your own research on that if you would like to try it. But yeah, be diligent about researching them before eating it. But the taro is completely different kind of edible tuber than a potato. less tropical climate. Right. So you have different variations. Yeah, exactly. Sarah knows. Add the soups. Right. All right. In terms of taste, Colcosia tends to have slightly nuttier and milder flavor compared to taro, which can, excuse me, have more earthy and somewhat nutty taste in terms of texture. Colcosia tends to be slightly similar when cooked, while taro has a drier, starchy texture. The black taro and the elephant ears are not good for eating. See, and that's something I would like to grow more of is the taro because it's more edible than the other thing. All right. And Amanda, I agree that you're suspicious of AI. I think it's very suspicious as well. But some things we use for good, like the Google stuff. Yeah, so they have videos about identifying taro. The compound leaves are spirally arranged. Each leaf is 20 to 30 centimeters, about 8 to 12 inches long, and consists of terminal leaflet and two four pairs of leaflets. No, I do not grow burdock root. I've never heard of that before. Let's see what that is. Yeah, I'll add that to the list of things to grow. Thanks. Look at some pictures of that. I'll certainly add that to my garden. I also like to grow some potatoes. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, thank you, Sarah, for the suggestion. All right. Yeah, thank you, Sarah. Let's see what it's used for. Burdock has been used for centuries to treat a variety of ailments. Traditionally, it has been used as a blood purifier to clear the bloodstream of toxins, diuretic to help eliminate excess water by increasing urine output. It could make some people gassy, maybe, but it's still good. What did the Indians, Native Americans use it? In Native American healing tradition, the plant was used by Mali-Site, Micmac, Awabia, and Mene for skin health. Further, the roots were dried by the Iroquois over a fire and stored for food the following year. They also utilized and related, excuse me again, and minus into the medical baths. All right. Diuretic. Thank you, Amanda, for the pronunciation. Don't want to overeat though. Burdock and carrots with sesame seed added. Thank you. Oh yeah, and also the herbs. Like we were talking about a couple months ago. I'm gonna grow some herbs this time. Bittersweet and artichoke. Herbs, yeah. Also gonna grow some herbs this year. All right. I like mint. Also mint. I like putting mint in tea. All right. And Sarah says my grandparents would scrape off the outside of the burdock and boil, then drink after cool down. They did that here as medicine. Yeah, the herbs. Yeah, man, I did. I do too. I have mint, and I put it in my tea, and like this is what I did one time. So my grandparents like they have a mint. They had a mint plant, and it like spread all over the place, and also like it was invasive. And then like it kind of was like kind of dying off, and then like I took the little pieces of it that grew in the crack of the sidewalk and put it in my yard and regrew them. They reproduced and got bigger and bigger. And then I was able to keep on reproducing it and putting it in tea and stuff. And also, it's a good repellent against insects, like my friend Douglas said. Yeah, Billy has a good point. He says the medical industry has basically made it so we can't understand natural medicine because of greed. Most doctors discourage the use of plants and herbs because of the pharmaceutical industry. Yeah, yeah. I have to say, you have great points there, my friend. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so yeah, shout out to the herbs. So I'm gonna grow some herbs this year in my garden, so y'all look out for that. Also, beautiful. Rosemary's good. We put that in food. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, so good. Nice. Fantastic. Yeah, the culinary herbs are very good. Billy exactly just wrong. If I weren't for her needing the MS medications, I would never go to the doctor. They're always pushing new med on me. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. That's what they're doing. Like, yeah, absolutely. I agree. Prayers for you, Amanda. Okay. Let's see. Or be gone. Yeah. Okay. Oregano. Yeah. I'll save this. So, oregano contains chemicals that might help reduce cough. Oregano also might help with digestion. And when fighting against some bacteria and viruses, people use oregano for wound healing, parasite infections, and many other conditions, but there are no good scientific evidence to support these uses. And also, basically, so thanks, Sarah, for this other herb. I'll grow it as well. It's often too pungent to eat raw, so fresh oregano is best when used at least 15 minutes of cooking, according to Nugent Fresh Oregano. And makes great accompaniment to a pot of beans, a lemony marinade, or simple marinara sauce. All right, I agree. We should have books on natural medicine. I agree. And Amanda says that Sarah, I know I've. She's trying to go off the meds and it made her worse. I've seen people doing the natural route and wish I could do that. Yes. Understood, Amanda. Yes. And like, say, like, they have a lot of things like they'll say, or like the FDA says it doesn't work, but like things that they use, like Joe Rogan and them, like they use like the horse dewormer to get rid of COVID, and it seems like it worked on people and it hasn't caused any deaths. And I'm not a doctor, don't quote me on that, but from people in the medical field I've talked to, they seem like they like that, and it like worked. And Trump did it too, also. But not that like from people that I know from that field say that it hasn't killed anybody and it works. But the FDA doesn't like look into it. I know it's something that was like made for horses, yeah, but it should be investigated to see the effects of it because it seems like it's not honestly being evaluated, in my opinion. Okay, almost done. And Billy says most I see lately is nurses doing a good bit of the doctor's job. Anyway, yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. I understood your point. Yeah, very cool herbs. Very cool herbs. Yeah, those are nice. Or, yeah, it's a very cool plant. And I like how basically it looks kind of like mint, like a cousin of mint. It's really cool. And Billy says, for example, we are taught that the dandelion is a noxious weed, when in fact it's very powerful and effective drug, good for many. Yeah, yeah. That's a great. He pointed that out. Oh, thank you. That it helps your sinuses. Well, I have sinus issues too, Sarah. Thanks for the suggestion. Dandelion leaves act as a diuretic, increase the amount of urine in your body, make the leaves used to stimulate appetite and help digestion. Dandelion flowers have antioxidant properties. Dandelion may also improve immune system. Rather ask Dr. Billy right here. Yeah, shout out to Billy. I like y'all in chat with these late night streams, these specials. Very good assistance with this, and I like the bouncing off different ideas because I believe the success is done through teamwork. I always will say that. Helps detox the liver, the gallbladder, kidneys, and blood, and also regulates the bowel motions. I didn't know that. Thanks for sharing that. And also, dandelion helps with weight loss. Preliminary evidence suggests that the compounds found in dandelions might stop your body from absorbing as much fat from your food, which could help with weight loss. Dandelion is one of the several herbs that use natrum tea to support weight management. Yeah, God created a lot of great plants for us to use. Lots of weeds have uses. God is great. Amen. God is the greatest. All right, there we go. Today, the root mainly is used to stimulate appetite, liver, and gallbladder problems. Let's see, dandelion flower use. The roots are used for some coffee substances, and flowers are used to make wines. I didn't know that. In past, dandelion roots leaves were used to treat problems. Native Americans also boiled dandelion in water and took the treat kidney disease, swelling, skin problems, and heartburn and upset stomach. The petals of the flower are extremely versatile. Collect the flower heads and then remove the petals from the heads. These can be stored in plastic bags, freezers for long keep, and petals just about anything you can bake. The muffin bread cookies are quiche. Oh, that's cringe. The bark of the white willow consists of sal which chemical is similar to aspirin. In combination with the herb's powerful anti-inflammatory plant compounds called flavonoids, silicon, no, not silicon, salicylin is thought to be responsible for the pain relieving anti inflammatory effects of the herb. Oh, that's they fry it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, thank you that they fried it. Thank you, and your grandma did too. That's really cool. Okay. Weeping willow to salicylic acid. Willow bark has been used for traditional medicine for more than 350 years. Unknown to the ancient Sumerians and Egyptians who made use of it, the active agent within willow bark was salicin, which would later form the basis of the discovery of aspirin. Billy, thank you. You are an encyclopedia of knowledge, really. There's aspirin, folks. This is impressive. I remember the willow tree in Kentucky. My uncle and I were in this paddle boat where you use your feet to steer it like a bicycle, and you have like a rudder to turn it. And I was in the pond, and I used to go under the willow tree in Kentucky. Good memories. Yeah, facts. Okay, so my favorite one. This one's a controversial one. I've talked about this before. And this is a not this specific one, but like this is another one, like the opium. This is not the opium one, but like basically with this one, it was used by the ancient people for medicines and stuff, and there's like a lot of wars over it. It's beautiful yet deadly. Of like some people and basically like it was used by ancient Egyptians and Greeks as medicine for the pain relief, and it's still used as morphine and stuff. And there's drug wars over it. But yeah, that this is another herb that it's a controversial one, but this is another one. And also they're good ornamental flowers for ornamental purposes. I don't know about willows here. I was in Kentucky when I saw them, but the ones that yeah, I have to see if there's willows here. But I'll definitely grow one if they don't have them here. But yeah, they would definitely would be pretty here. Okay, so Billy says that ivermectin was designated for human use. Okay, it works so well that they try to convince us that it's horse medicine, which it is. Then they try to ban it and sell it to us as something different. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That basically that they want to rebrand it as something else, but basically it's like you know they lied to us. And thank you, Billy, for clarifying that, because one of the other people, like Peach, she was a nurse and she knows about the medical field. She was saying that it works fine. Oh yeah, my friend and I, we talk about pine needles and pine bark, and basically that he ate pine bark before, and that also has good nutrients and stuff in it too. Pine needles are one of the most widely used herbs in the world. They have been used in Chinese medicine for thousands of years and are a great source of vitamin C and can be used to treat many ailments, including headaches, stomach aches, and arthritis pain, inflammation, including swelling, and much more. Yeah, facts matter. Yeah, pine bark. That's the one he ate. Yeah, turning guns, Billy. I'm the same way too. I'm like a younger version of you. So pine bark is as an inflammatory. Pine bark extract can be decrease the amount of circulating inflammatory substances in the bloodstream, improves the absorption of other antioxidants, especially vitamins C, E. Its antioxidant activity improves the skin's natural UV protection and gradual aging caused by the sun. Yeah, God created a lot of natural things for people to have. Like in the Garden of Eden, they could have eaten from anything. They could eat anything but the one specific one to not eat, and they go eat that one. But yeah, everything's still edible. Yeah, all kinds of stuff are still edible. Yeah, amen. Also, there's toxic things, but focusing on the edible stuff. So pine bark is also good too. Yeah, just knowing it and what. I remember like Les Stroud was saying how if it tastes bitter to not eat it, and if you like put it like on your skin, and if it burns to not eat it. And there's different ways of testing things out. And there's different herbs that you can tell and research. I research herbs and stuff to eat and like not to eat. Also, yeah, you heard about that too, Amanda. Yeah, because my friend he's like into like woods and survival stuff. Always he got me into it, and he tried pine bark before, and he said it was like kind of bitter or something. Like it's not, but it was like kind of like neutral. And Sarah says just my testimony: garlic or oregano keep my sinuses in check. And we're going to see the rest of that because the heart thing is blocking everything. We're going to put a little dot right there, okay? So, and fish oil keeps the tooth pain away. Vitamin C. Well, thank you. I'm getting facts. I'm glad like this. I'm blessed with all of you because I'm learning information from a lot of people that I didn't know about. And some things I knew little about. a variation of things. Some people advise against eating berries. So, Amanda, this is about berries. Some people advise against eating berries that are white or yellow or that grow on vines because they say they are typically bad for you. Most purple, blue, or blackberries, however, are said to be okay, yet grapes grow on vines while deadly nightshade berries can appear purplish black and are highly toxic. Blackberries have no poisonous lookalikes. In fact, the only close lookalike to the wild blackberry, which is smaller, sweeter, and hollow like a thimble when picked, is blackberries are large and core are fruit and solid when you pick it. Reminds you of the BlackBerry phone. Okay, let's look up. And Billy says, well, what's nice is that we are double checking each other, a most valuable consequence. Garlic has been used as an antiseptic, antibacterial, and antifungal agent. It may help the body resist or destroy viruses other than microorganisms. It does this by boosting the immune system. Garlic is also claimed to fight infections against a wide spectrum of bacteria. Good job, Billy. Correct. And I'll say that I questioned everything and I fact checked myself and everybody else, because I think that it's best with anything to question it, because if something's true, you wouldn't mind it being challenged or being like questioned, and to confirm it's true. And if something is incorrect, like say if I make an error, and I fact check myself, like there was something about when Stranded was on here, and I thought I saw some headlines about Tim Burton passing away, and I like had to fact check myself, yeah, it was a hoax. I do it to myself. It's always going to be double sure, and like so I don't do it to like be like I don't like trust people. It's like I do it just it's best to because we don't want to have the system like the other side does when you can't question anything. It's just what they say. We have to always because the truth speaks for itself. The truth speaks for itself. It's like a lion. It defends itself. But I do like I fact check myself and everything. Yeah, it keeps vampires away too. I might like being around vampires secretly. All right, let's see. And all right. Okay, we're back. So a willow, a pine, and some garlic and dandelion. All right. So now what I'm going to do is the growing garlic difficult. It's not difficult. I've done it before, briefly, but I'm going to do it again and let you know more about it. Sarah? Yes, yes, I've grown both. All right. So we've reached the end of the stream. I've completed it. So now I'll be closing it up, and we'll have some final thoughts as we close it down. And I really enjoyed this stream, and I learned a lot from all of you, and vice versa. And I appreciate what all of you have done, and everybody's participation in the stream tonight. You're welcome. And I hope you all have a blessed weekend and a great night, and look forward to the next one. And thank everybody for watching reruns and watching this stream and the late night specials. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, and also Amanda, Ava, and Apple. Yes. All right. It was wonderful seeing everybody. I'm glad that it worked. We had a great talk about Vietnam, caves, and the herbs and the plants and the pictures and all. I'm really blessed to have everybody. All right. And you're most welcome, Sarah. It's my pleasure and it's an honor. Yes. You too, Billy. Thank you. All right. Peace.